Hi, everyone, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom. I, Angel Ariel, walked into Claire Candy's body, certainly after a mutually decided upon soul exchange, and that happened way back on January 11th of 2003. If you want to find more about walk-ins, find out more information about walk-ins, my award-winning #1 Amazon international bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel, is available on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. It's also available on Amazon, also available as an audiobook on Audible. And this book is the sequel to my other #1 Amazon international bestseller, which is One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And this one in particular talks about what do we do when we are not in these physical meat suits of ours and we are in our one true home across the veil. What do we do across there while some of us are waiting to come back for another physical incarnation? So now I'd like to have a big shout out and a big thank you. Grateful, appreciative thank you for all those people who have donated for my free services. Do not feel obligation. There is no obligation, but if you would like to donate, I have left my PayPal account link in the description box below, which is PayPal me at Angel Healing House. And that would be much appreciated. Before we go to any of the oracle cards, any of the tarot cards, as we do, let's look at the planetary energies which are affecting all of us now. Now, on September 14th, that was yesterday, Mars entered Libra. And for the first time in Earth's history, it will present us with quite a dilemma. And that dilemma has come about because we've raised our vibrational frequency, raised and elevated our consciousness so high. Now, Mars in Libra has always shown itself in those who may not fight for themselves, but will fight for a cause. And two people that come to mind are like Nelson Mandela or Mohandas Gandhi. Both of them taught nonviolence. So, fiery Mars spurs us on to fight for a cause, fight for justice, fight for the truth. And Libra, well, Libra will help us to remain reasonable and balanced, objective and diplomatic while pursuing the rightings of wrongs. But this is where the great conflict will arise for many in the conscious awakened collective. For with the raising and the elevation of our consciousness, many are now residing in those higher frequencies in the fourth and fifth dimensions, where the energies solely emulate a world of peace, unity, equality, and harmony. In essence, there is no fighting in the higher dimensions, as we do not have to fight for anything. My angelic family, who I am part of, the posse of angels, we're sharing that the more that we put our focus and attention on fighting for our rights, then we will draw our energies into not having our rights. And by doing so, we will draw to ourselves the absence of our rights. The posse of angels is giving me the example of somebody who fights to carry guns and to have the right and freedom to say what they want against others. These lower vibrational frequencies of fighting for our rights, well, they were okay to have when we lived in a lower third dimension and only could react to our world and were not able to reach higher elevated states of consciousness to create worlds of peace within ourselves. From a higher consciousness point of view, while we may feel like we need to protect ourselves and wake people up to believe and to act in a certain way, we actually do more harm to our energetic frequency and more harm to the planet when we generate division by posting things that we oppose and that we don't want and are against on social media, and perpetuate any energies that are not centered on unity, harmony, compassion, forgiveness, and love. Now, the reason we are going through this with this great awakening that has come upon the planet because of the elevated consciousness of the collective is that we exhibited to the Galactic Federation of Light, the Interplanetary Council, that there were enough of us in the awakening collective on this planet who were willing and able to hold higher frequencies of light to ascend along with Mother Earth, who is now becoming a planet of light. And with the planet rising in frequency, we need to become higher vibrational light beings, crystallining in our physical forms. This has never happened before on this planet. People ascended, but they ascended and they ascended out of the physical body because the physical body was too dense to hold their advanced, elevated, higher states of consciousness, that energy. But we are keeping our physical forms now, and that's why so many are going through ascension symptoms, because the body is crystallining into its original light form. With this being said, the old must fall away, and the old includes utilizing and squandering any of our precious light energy. It's literally zapping our life force energy on posting anything on social media or fighting for a cause when we as a higher species do not have to fight in the higher dimensions. It's actually absurd and absolutely unheard of to fight for the members of the Galactic Federation of Light. Our interstellar families, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, the Sirens, the Nibiruns, and all of those countless star nations who have lived in peace and have lived in peace for thousands upon thousands of years. In fact, they are perplexed and almost incredulous at our behavior as we appear to them as spoiled children, slinging mud balls back and forth at each other in our willfully created illusionary walls of division and separation, drawn with our own free will to keep us fighting. And nobody is doing this. We are perpetuating this if we choose to. And the posse of angels is assuring us that no matter how justified that we believe we are, it still does not give us permission to make ourselves right by making others wrong with our words. Remember, having integrated higher energies and elevated our consciousness to manifest things at an extraordinary, incredible speed, our words now are like powerful bullets, and what we criticize, what we denigrate, what we vilify, will only bring back to us more of the same energies. Making someone else wrong so that we can be right is fundamentally judgmental energy. And no matter how well-intentioned it is, we are perpetuating the dark 3D agenda of division instead of promoting peace and harmony on the planet. Each of us has free will choices to either enhance our light frequency within or allow ourselves to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually drained and stripped of our light by reacting to the outside world, instead of focusing on what is happening within ourselves and the creation of realities of light, love, unity, and peace. This is because we have forgotten our powerful, sovereign, multidimensional, extraordinary, light and God consciousness, God source creator, connectedness within. That is the most powerful energy that we can manifest from. And once we do this, then it's the same characteristics, it's the same high vibrational energy that comes from Source Creator. Although it looks like, for all intents and purposes, that we're fighting for a cause, nonetheless, this is perpetuating the energy of fighting for something that we do not believe that we have, when we are already divinely powerful, multidimensional beings who can create worlds. We have forgotten how powerful we are. And we do this solely from attending to the power within us. This is our I Am presence. This is connection to the highest source possible. This is the only thing that will change the world. And it has always been so. That's why we were distracted by a very dark agenda to, oh, look here, look at these celebrities, look at those sports icons, look at this TV show, look at that programming, whatever that was. We were distracted to look outside of ourselves for things that they told us would make us happy, instead of finding the greatest treasure, which is in ourselves. It's this focus of fighting for something that we think that we do not have that is keeping people on a course of emotional upheaval, of being denied something or wanting to get justice, that is causing many to spin out of emotional control. And the posse of angels is sharing that when it comes to enforcing or seeing any kind of justice, we must be in complete faith and complete trust that Source Creator will dismantle and dissolve all forms of darkness on the planet. And if someone chooses to react and fight, then go ahead. Exercise your free will, for that is why we have been blessed with it. But, and there's a huge but here, our beloved planet Mother Earth is rapidly moving to higher levels of light and love frequencies to join the Galactic Council of Planets, to join the Galactic Federation of Light as a planet of light. And with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, rising to support more life, it absolutely will no longer be supporting judgment, blame, fighting, division, separation, no matter how well-intentioned. So, in a nutshell, those who wish to keep perpetuating the energies of fighting will no longer be of the higher elevated energies resonant with this ascending planet, and will have to be taken off the planet and put in a similar planet that resembles Earth, but is still engulfed in lower dimensional fighting energies. And in this way, their combative, judgmental energies will be supported. They'll be in resonance, like attracting like, with matching energies. Now, it may be difficult to believe, but nothing of lower frequency will be able to exist in the higher dimensions. Not even negative thoughts. In the higher dimensions, they learned eons of time ago that to hold their divine, sovereign, powerful, multidimensional energies within, to create worlds, then they must be good stewards to respect and honor everyone, no matter what they believe in, and not treat anyone less than they would like to be treated themselves. For those who are choosing to remain in this high vibrational light beingness, we are making our decisions not solely for ourselves, but we are making them for the betterment of the collective, for humanity. We'll be emulating what many in the consciousness have known for eons of time, that when we work for the betterment of the whole, everyone benefits, as we are all one. Now, the major changes that will take place as we move from third dimension to fifth dimensional living is that we as a collective will have to make higher light choices to make our spiritual growth and the elevation of our light frequencies priority number one to achieve mastery and live, create, and manifest from our divine, eternal natures, our I am presence within, this source connectedness, powerful energy that we have been distracted to look outside of ourselves so that we would negate the power that we have within. We as humans, with the blessing of our free will, get to make the choice for ourselves on whether to rise to the higher dimensions and to raise ourselves to become members of the Galactic Federation of planets and star nations that I mentioned have learned to live in peace and exemplify a higher way of existence. When it comes really right down to it, our birthright is to ascend along with the planet. It's a choice that we are given, and it is through our choices that will keep us either in third dimension, fighting to be heard, fighting to be right, fighting to make others wrong, or you can go within and create worlds of unity, peace, connectivity, love, light, kindness, harmony, compassion, and forgiveness. This immense treasure is priceless. This immense power of choice has always been part of us, and it's now time to live from that divine force within. If you need some help in connecting to your I Am presence, that extraordinary, sovereign, powerful, multidimensional treasure that has been seated inside of you as a spirit in human form, please contact me, Angel Ariel Claire Candy Huff at angelhealinghouse.com, or you can call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716 through intuitive counseling, Reiki healings, bringing forth channeled messages and insights from my angelic family, the posse of angels, lots and lots of ways to help you to reconnect to that powerful, multidimensional, sovereign energy within yourself. That is the only thing that creates those worlds of light in order to exist and to collaborate and connect with others in a planet of light. Let's go to our first set of cards, which is the Yogic Path. These are beautiful cards. They're by a lady by the name of Sahara Rose. Such a pretty name. I love that blue color. One of my favorite colors. So as I shuffle, I get impressions from my angelic family, the posse of angels. Oh, they do want me to mention that you might have heard that there are a great many walk-ins that are coming to the planet. Now, not all of them will be angels like myself. Many of these walk-ins will be ETs. Many of them are star seeds coming from different planets, different star nations. Some of them are highly advanced, spiritually highly advanced spiritual spirit guides that want to come back. The reason they're coming in such droves, I've been told that it's close to 2 million walk-ins coming to the planet, is not to save us. It's not to save the planet. The planet never needed saving. It's to hold more light for the planet. And they could not come in this these high numbers until the consciousness on the planet was raised to a tipping point, and it has become an elevated, shall we say, an elevated, very high energetic frequency that the planet is now holding and can support these millions of walk-ins coming in. So that's a very exciting thing. So let me see. Let's choose a card. This card is Ahimsa. Oh, so beautiful. Look at those lions. And this person is opening their arms to receive this world of light. Look at the lions there. The courage to express yourself authentically, the courage to live your life without fear, and to step in to your galactic, cosmic nature, if you could. I call it our multidimensional natures. Ahimsa is a yogic card, and it means nonviolence. That means not fighting. You have been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, making somebody wrong so that you can be right, or holding judgment or blame, you are manifesting a heightened state of consciousness and a new paradigm. This is the only way that the earth is going to change. These moments are your guru, reminding you of where you have had extraordinary growth. Overcoming your triggers, overcoming reactions facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of that being triggered or reactive, swing back to the word ahimsa, which is compassion. That's what Nelson Mandela had. That's what Mohandas Gandhi had. Nonviolence. Nonviolence, not making anybody wrong, but creating those systems of light within themselves, of peace, and building up that frequency. And then others want to get on board with you. You'll quickly find these words echoed back to you of the compassion and the light frequencies, the more that you hold on to them. So interesting that the posse of angels and I were speaking about not fighting. There is no fighting in the higher dimensional frequencies. There's no judgment, there's no blame, there's no shame, there's no making somebody wrong. All there is that nonviolence and creating through our light. So very interesting that card should come out. Now, let me go to my Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Whoops, that one just jumped out. Hang on. The flexible card came out. This is a number 19. It's a number 1. Now, the flexible card is the card that many of us have now been able to gather in our energies and to realize that whatever happens in our external world is there for our highest good. It's there, and if it's there in contrast, it's teaching us not to be triggered. It's teaching us not to be reactive. You know, a lot of things that do appear in contrast in our world are teaching us lessons of tolerance, acceptance, patience, and forgiveness. Some of the most important lessons we need to learn in this human form. So this card is just saying, be flexible. Be flexible. Take a few moments when you're presented with something. And before you react, think to yourself, would the angels say this? Would the angels act this way? In this way? Would the angels think this way? And in this way, we can always be monitoring our thoughts, so that our thoughts and our words and our feelings, so that we don't give our power away, and we hold on to this amazing, powerful, sovereign, multidimensional frequency inside of us We don't give away any of our light. So that one just popped out. So one more shuffle here. And okay. Let me choose some of these cards. First one card that come out is the Deep Knowing card. Oh, they're saying to tell a story. Okay, when they say tell a story, they want me to. Okay, how many do you want? One. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Once upon a time, many of us are going through a deep knowing. So much has been revealed to us that we are not here by happen chance, that we contracted to be here. Each one of us contracted to be here during this time of great awakening because we have an integral puzzle piece of the planet to bring forth. And you may not have been directed yet where to bring that forth, but you will be called when you're ready to step onto that dharmic path. And you have done such an extraordinary job holding the light over the last 2 years. That's what they want us to know. So with this deep knowing, they want you to come to the edge. That's the next card. They want you to come to the edge. And come to the edge card is to be led by your intuition, to be led by that higher calling inside of you. That part of you that knows you're here for a higher purpose. None of this is random. None of this is happen chance. And I keep hearing the words magic, magic, extraordinary, magical turnarounds that we are going to be seeing from the equinox and from this Pisces full moon and coming into Libra season, which is on the 22nd, that there's going to be magical things available to us, but we have to listen to our intuitions, go where we are intuitively led, and then it's from that point that we can basically jump off. The reason for this is because it's fated. Okay? They want me to speak about our dharmic paths. We have been led to this very point and time as we pass over this equinox. We are going to be going into a very different world. And many of us are going to be stepping on those karmic fated paths of ours to be able to bring forth, as I said, that integral puzzle piece of the planet, to be able to collaborate and connect with others, our soul tribes, to be able to create a world of light and to reconfigure and totally recreate those structures and systems that were built for greed, power, and destructive, deceitful lies. They were built on that foundation, and they must crumble as Mother Earth is coming in to her own light as a planet of light and joining the Galactic Federation Council of Planets. Next card, the karma is and the dharma, if one would, and the fates are coming in because there's a change in the wind. There's a change in the wind. The vibrational frequency on the planet is such that it is breaking the chains of anything that restricts us. And is going to be liberating our freedoms. Things will change from this equinox on. The posse of angels are saying that as we go into late September, October, the world will change immeasurably between this point and spring of 2022. Will not be the same world, as there will be a change that is going to be coming in. And the last part of the Once Upon a Time story is now that we're poised. And the reason we're poised to accept our rewards, to accept those messages coming in on how we can look at this person. I mean, she's jumping for joy. She's so celebratory, She's so excited. The banner on top is celebrating and it's regaling our having made it through this temporary glitch, I guess, as you could say, these last 2 years that have brought us to this point of being able to fly. So see yourself as having learned so many invaluable lessons instead of being held back. Nobody was held back. You were just being primed and ready to be that being of light, to be able to remain on this planet of light, and jumping into the joy and celebration that that will be bringing to us and to all the planets and star nations are watching. They've been watching us, attentively for the last 2 years to see if we would elevate in consciousness and to rise above and to be able to hold light during this time. It's just absolutely amazing. Next card that's coming in is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. So it's this one. The Oracle of the Seven Energies by the lovely Colette Baron Reid. Let's have a shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So the full moon in Pisces is coming up. It's a very creative moon. It's a very deep, emotional, thought-provoking moon. Pisces is the last planet of the astrological wheel, and it really gets us to have a look at what we have created, what we have developed, and all that we've been through in order to step forward into a new cycle. Now, I did mention on my Angel Healing House radio program, which, by the way, airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. I did mention this last week that with the equinox coming up, we have gone through the first part of the astrological wheel, and that is the first part of the cycle, Aries, through to Virgo. That is 6 months planet. That's the first part. Now we're going to enter the second part, which is the second turn of the wheel, second cycle, which is from Libra to Pisces season, and then we start, of course, over again in Aries. Now, Aries through Virgo all has to do with the self. It all has to do with us as individuals. That's the first part of the cycle. But then the second part of the cycle is Libra through Pisces, is all about the collective, collaborating, connecting, because the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. And when we work as a cohesive, unified collective on the planet, we can do anything. We've seen that. We've seen that in people standing up for their rights, in taking back their freedoms, in taking back their health, and it has been enormous. It has been absolutely enormous in shifting the darkness on the planet to light and revelations and disclosures. So it is a very magical time. One more shuffle, and let's see what comes out. A burst of magic. I just said that it was a magical time. Well, there we go. An epiphany, a sudden burst, strikes like a lightning bolt. All I'm hearing is, as we go into the equinox, is magic, magical turnarounds, waking up as if the whole world stops at that moment, and the missing piece that we were looking for in our life suddenly pops in. Now, this is a lotus flower, and the lotus flower is the slowest, one of the slowest flourishing flowers out there. It grows in the mud. It gets its nutrients and nourishment from the mud. And so many of us have felt like we've gotten our spiritual lessons by going through the mud these past 2 years, but suddenly this very slow-moving energy in this planet, they're showing me a snail going along a snail's pace, and suddenly the snail turns into a hedgehog and becomes sonic and just moves forward at a very rapid rate. And this is one of those times. Answers will be coming directly from source, downloaded into you. Even when it appears that you don't have any options, you always have the key to unlock the solution if you cultivate the willingness to be open to, in tune with source. Source Creator works with magic, miracles, and synchronicities to fulfill your wishes and desires. And the answers you seek come when you stop looking for them. Why? Because you realize that you are the magic. Be mindful of that. The more you see yourself as the magic, the more you create. And the light, the sun just burst into the room. The more you see yourself as light and you create from that within. Let's go to our lovely unicorn cards. These are Dolores Cannon's unicorn cards. I have mentioned before on my radio program and on the Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, which I tried to put out every week on Saturdays. And most times I'm pretty good about that. This is one of the only times that I was upset and the apple cart and wasn't able to bring it out on time. But nevertheless, whenever the messages come to you, are perfection for you. And what I was going to say about unicorns is that our energies are high enough, are elevated enough in many people to be able to work with unicorn energy, which is very much like the realm in which I come from, the 12th dimension and the angelic realm, which is absolute purity. It is absolute forgiveness and compassion and wholeness and purity and innocence. And this is the energies, these are the energies of the unicorns. And many people are working with the elementals, the fairy realm, the gnomes, the ondines, the leprechauns, all of those. And they are very real. But many people have not been able to work with them because their vibrational frequency has not been high enough. But now with the elevation of the consciousness on the planet, many people are connecting with the unicorns, and they're just so delightful, such beautiful energy. So unicorns, give us one card coming out, and it's the card. There you go. Magic. Look at that magic. Okay. It's the card 18. It's a 9 card. It's a card of completion. But there is magic around you, so expect excitement and joy. There's a beautiful light that's coming in, and there is a full moon there. And all I keep hearing is full moon magic. Full moon magic. A light burst that happens on this planet that brings so much more light in to be able to turn things around for our freedoms and and liberation. And look, there's a treasure chest there. And there's a treasure chest there. So thank you, beautiful unicorn. Okay, let's tell a tarot story. Let's tell a tarot story. Let's work with my cards. My cards, the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. And yes, that is me. That is myself as Angel Ariel. And no, they're not available yet, but hopefully in the coming year they will be made available so that you can purchase them. Okay. I don't read reversals. That's one thing about the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. There are no reversals in this deck. So if something comes up, we turn it upright. Okay. And one more. What messages do we need? And do you want me to do, let me see. Wow. They just wanted me to cut the cards. There's the Eight of Pentacles, and that's a card of recognition, a card of working hard. And the Seven of Wands is standing up for yourself, standing out from the crowd, allowing yourself to be seen. You know, there are so many of us that have hidden our light under a bushel. But now is the time for you to stand up in your authenticity and to speak your mind, but always in a loving, kind, compassionate, forgiving way. Never to make anybody else wrong, but nevertheless is to state what you believe. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me see. First card that's coming out for us is the moon. I keep saying this moon, this September 20th Pisces full moon, is magical. That's all I kept hearing. We have the unicorns telling us about the magic. We have the burst of magic card, which was this one. Which was the burst of magic card with the lotus. Okay, magic, poised, as we're poised to step into the magic of the next cycle, which is going to be so totally different as it's going to start to unfold. No, it won't be different 180 degrees the next day after the full moon or the equinox, but the changes are going to be seen from that point on as we go into the latter half of 2021 and certainly into the first part of 2022. The moon will reveal to us, this full moon will reveal to us what has been hidden, and many of us will be shocked. It'll be very painful, but it needs to be revealed in order for us to learn from it, so that we will never allow ourselves ever again to allow anybody to take our freedoms away. The next card is the next card. Okay, so the moon is bringing in the magician. Magic again. Okay, so we have each of us is a magician. Turn within to your mighty I am presence, this extraordinary frequency inside of you of being a multidimensional cosmic being. That's who you are. You have a powerful sovereign nature, and you create from there. Again, the magician doesn't create by making somebody else wrong or posting things that he doesn't like. He uses all of his power within himself, all that light, high frequency, to be able to create worlds and realities. He's an alchemist, and that's what they want you to be, is that alchemist. Next card that is coming out for you is the Wheel of Fortune. This is karmic. This is dharmic. This is a fated. Just like this card that came out for us, the Wisdom of the Article. It's fated. This is fated for Mother Earth to return to a planet of light. She is destined. She is destined to do this. And she'll do it with you or without you. I'm excited. I'm excited to remain on a planet that is becoming a planet of light. And if that means that I put all of my focus, attention, the angel that I am, every word I speak, every thought I think, every action I take is with, it's always prefaced by, is it the highest intention of God's source connectedness within myself? This is what I create, and therefore my world is reflected from that. This is a very karmic time on the planet. I'd love to have you along in this great transformative metamorphosis of Mother Gaia. What is going to be happening is going to be transformative. Very swift. Look at that rainbow. The rainbow suddenly, suddenly things start to get turned around. Information starts to come out. about lies or deceptions or hoaxes or things that we were told that were not necessarily true. And we will be given the information so that we will be able to make, decisions about our health, and our freedom and our liberties. And this is going to, they're saying the freeing up of information will come in that causes the tower moment. Now, this is not all sunshine, lollipops, and roses. For those people that aren't not aware of the information and the news that has been hidden, this is going to be very painful. And the posse of angels are saying, you who knew about the dark agenda, you'll need to be there for people. Please don't say, I told you so. Please don't say, I was right all along. That's not going to help anybody. Be the higher dimensional being that you are, and support, love, hold. Just be there for people as they go through this very trying time if they're not aware of the dark agenda's presence on this planet. That's really important. Be empathetic. Be that compassionate, high vibrational being that you are. Next card that's coming out for us is that breakthrough. It's transformative. It's transformative what's going to happen on this planet in the next 3 months and the next 6 months. And they're reminding me of the Berlin Wall. They're saying one day the Berlin Wall was up and the next day it was down. It was up for 28 years, but because of the elevation of consciousness on the planet, we don't have to wait another 28 years in order to regain our freedoms. We've learned our lessons very rapidly. People have woken up, and that's why this breakthrough will come. Because we've had the bravery and the courage to be able to step into our roles as higher dimensional beings on this planet, higher beings of light. Next thing that's coming in for us, of course, then is the truth coming out. Let the truth be known. And what you do with the truth is your free will. Okay? Justice will be coming as well. That's what the posse of angels are saying. There will be more of a balance in what we've been told, and really, it's not yours to seek justice, as we said in the words that we spoke before. It's the God, source, creator, that universal higher source, will dispel and dissipate any darkness on the planet. It's not yours to seek any justice. And that's the truth coming out. It's such an exciting time here on planet Earth. Next card is coming out. How many more you want? Okay, they say keep going. This is the balance card. This is the temperance card. This is thing balance. That's the second rainbow. That's the second rainbow. Many rainbows will appear, many unicorns. The unicorns are coming in now with the walk-ins to hold high frequency, light, and high frequency energy for this planet that it's exploding. As I've said, and I've mentioned in other videos before, Mother Gaia has shown me a vision of her reaching her arms up now, and then this halo of light is all around her. And after so long in the darkness, she's breaking those chains, and the light that is coming out of her are just extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. Next card that is coming out as a result of this balance that is coming out on this planet is the Ten of Cups card. This is the Sunshine, Lollipop, and Roses card. Okay, this is the card of the emotional freedom that we will feel, breaking free into the light. What a joyous card. Even the dogs, look at the smile on those dogs. The balloons, the cake, just the happy, joyful, collective We. That's not just your family. That family is being united. We're being united as a collective here on planet Earth. The next card that comes out is another 10. Well, let's see, we've gotten 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? New beginning. Oh, yeah, and the ace is a 1. So that's like a 1. That's a new beginning. So the 10 of Pentacles is the card of a happy family. I just mentioned this. It's the legacy that each one of us has provided for this planet, that she be able to continue as a planet of light. That's the legacy that we're going to be leading. And when you cross over and you stand before the Etheric Council, you are going to be so proud of yourself that you participated in the Great Awakening. No matter how hard you have had it, when you cross over, you will be going to be celebrated as one of those light workers, star seeds, walk-ins that came back to hold the light of love for the planet. And it's going to be a time, last card, of celebration. A great celebration here on planet Earth. So, get ready. Get yourself ready, because the time is coming for transcendence, miracles, and magic. That's all I keep hearing, magic, magic, magic. Let's go to our, so having said that, let's go to our Making Magic card to finish up this reading for today. While I'm shuffling, you can always contact me, Angel Ariel, in Claire Candy Huff's body. You can contact me at Angel Healing House. That number is 831-277-3716. You can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. My award-winning #1 Amazon International bestsellers, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, which is the sequel to One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, and my other book, Angels of Faith, my guided angel meditation CD. They're all available on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. So, Spirit, give me three cards. Oh, that one did jump out. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. I've done so many programs over the last 10 years of weekly Angel Healing House radio, Blog Talk Radio, about how we are never alone. Nobody comes in alone. We are adored, cherished, guided, and supported more than we can ever imagine. And for you to work with your angelic hosts to make them part of your life. The more that you make them a part of your life, consciously talk to them, bring them in, share your thoughts, share your feelings with them, then they will be there for you. Now this is interesting. Goddess, healing the feminine energy. In spirit, when this is the working with heaven, and on earth is the goddess. So what we're doing now is we're combining, working both with so above, so below. We've opened up ourselves to our multidimensional nature, and yet still we are grounded in the physical bodies. Something, like I said, which has never been done before, as our bodies are crystallining. One good thing about the body crystallining and holding more light is that it reverses aging. In a month's time, or not even a month's time, on October 7th is my birthday, and I am going to be 66 years of age. And I just keep getting younger and younger. One more card, Spirit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That one came, that one flippied over. The silver energy of this star brings good luck and serendipity. You are from the stars. You are 300 billion-year-old carbon, and you have come back to this planet to create heaven on earth. And that's what we've been doing here. And that's it for today. Have an absolutely beautiful week, everyone. Go out and remember to fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to connecting with you perhaps on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's tomorrow, actually, since this video is coming out later. And we're going to be talking about how to master your divinity so that you become a master on planet Earth. And you don't have to ascend as the ascended masters like Saint Germain and Lord Sananda, who was Yeshua when he was on the planet Earth, and so many others, Lady Nada, Lady Portia, Sanat Kumara, Hilarion. There are so many that were in human form, and then they left their physical bodies as ascended masters. But we're going to be talking about that. The Posse of Angels and I are going to be talking about how you become a master, and when you master your divinity here on planet Earth. So, and if you want to call in for a free angel reading during the program, for the last 10 years, I've given away countless free mini angel readings. You can just call into the show. And if there's time, during the time allotted that I take calls, then you can get on air and ask your question. So I'm wishing you love and angel blessings as always. Take care, everyone. Sending you so much love. Bye.